Hey, it's Brett Clicker with SpiderFit Kids. Last week, I posted on social media a quote. It's one of our quotes, and don't tie your social currency to your child's athletic performance. And we got a lot of feedback, both on social media, but we actually got a lot of emails from many of you who this obviously resonates with. You've either experienced it yourself internally, like that's where it came from me, and you've seen it as well. And so I want to talk about that today because I want to challenge you as I challenge myself to if we're together in creating a future of happy, healthy young athletes, it's important that we don't tie our own value and social currency to our kids' athletic performance. And I started to see this before I even had children. I worked with many young athletes, and in a community like Southern California, there's a lot of people with a lot of money, and there would be $100,000 plus cars driving around with stickers showing affiliation to soccer clubs, volleyball clubs. Soccer and volleyball were the big ones, but other sports clubs, and only certain clubs would they put the sticker on a $100,000 car. And $100,000 cars are great. I love cars. I drive a nice car, but it's social currency. And so to pair that social currency, it's important that we check ourselves as parents. And I arrived in this first as in that observation, but then as I became a parent going out to my daughter's games, playing competitive sports, and if she didn't perform at a certain level, it was almost embarrassing as a parent. I almost wonder, oh my gosh, what are we doing wrong as a parent? You almost feel like it's a reflection of you as a parent. And I go through this. I've been through this. Because as parents, we're still humans. We want to feel accepted. And within the context of sports, how are you accepted? Well, you perform. And then the better you perform, the more value you bring to a team. So if my daughter goes out there and does amazing, and she's a star, and she has all these athletic gifts, well, then I'm going to get this social validation. It's almost like, well, wow, I'm a great parent. Parents are going to come up to me. They're going to want to talk, oh, good, you're here. All right. And it's this validation that really should have nothing to do with my experience. Because kids' sports, it's important to remember that kids' sports is about their experience, and not just their experience within the performance of the sport, but what they learn by competing, what they learn by training and preparing, what they learn about the process of winning and losing, because all of that is part of the athletic experience. And so when we don't check ourselves, and believe me, we have to check ourselves, because I found myself almost falling into it, almost putting pressure on my daughter because the way I felt. And that's what happens when we don't check ourselves. We end up putting this pressure on our kids because we feel it's a reflection on us as to how they perform. Now, if their performance, if we're looking at things like being a good teammate, being coachable, showing effort, those can be a reflection of my parenting. And so those are the expectation. And if we set those as the expectation, are you a good teammate? Are you coachable? Are you showing effort? As far as expectation, that is about as far as we can go. Because some kids are born competitive. Some kids are born with these innate, amazing athletic skills. And so when our kids go out and we feel that whatever they do out there from a talent perspective is a reflection of who we are as a person, we'll continue to put pressure on our kids. And I can tell you, and we know this innately, there is no positive outcome that can come from that. So my challenge, as I continue to challenge myself, my challenge to you is to truly and honestly evaluate how much social currency you're holding on to that you feel is a reflection of your child's athletic performance. And I want to further challenge you to see if you can decouple those. Focusing on those things. Is your child coachable? Are they a good teammate? Are they showing effort? But when it comes to raw talent, we can facilitate it. We can encourage. We can foster growth. But it comes from the wrong place if we put it onto our child for us to feel better. So if there is that social pressure, if we're feeling embarrassed, if you're feeling embarrassed by your child's performance, you're feeling inferior because of your child's performance, understand that as parents, that's something that we need to work on. And I'm with you. But our child just needs to be coachable. They need to be a good teammate, and they need to show effort. So as we work together, thank you for joining me. I'm with you in this work. But remember to don't tie your social currency, where your social status is, to your child's athletic performance. And as you join us, and I thank you again in creating a future of happy, healthy, active young athletes.